All right. All right, everybody. Look, this is straight value. Okay. If you followed my channel for any amount of time, I say it all the time. I've now helped coming up on 40 individuals get to $100,000 in sales month after month with their consulting or coaching offers, B2B or B2C. Links in the description to see proof of that and what it looks like to work with me. Okay. But in this video, I'm really just going to teach you how it is that I've learned to think about ad marketing processes. Okay. Most people on YouTube, most of the books you're going to read, most of the individuals you're going to speak to about funnels, they have a very low level of understanding of what a funnel actually is from the human experience vantage point. Okay, and because of that, they design funnels that don't actually create easy buyer points. Anybody who teaches you ads or funnels or sales processes or even content marketing or anything, they're going to teach you stuff like this. They're going to say something like how to get more views on your YouTube, right? Or like how to get better clicks on your ads, cheaper leads or better bookings or etc. on your ads, right? They're like, this is how most people teach funnels. It's outdated and it's overly simple and unhelpful. Okay, this is the numbers behind the machine. People confuse the numbers for the machine. People think that the numbers are the machine, but the machine's something radically different than what people are actually talking about. The numbers just show you how the machine is doing. The numbers aren't the machine. Click-through rate, cost per lead, cost per call, sale, etc. These are an afterthought when you build the actual machine. What is the actual machine? And that's what's really fun to talk about. My very first client that I ever got to $500,000 a month. He now currently does about $500,000 to $700,000 a month in his business, and he came to me doing 20 or 30 grand a month. It's about 3 years ago now. We've been working together year over year. He's renewed every year with me, and this is the first thing that I dialed into his business. Okay, to help him understand this. So why is this not helpful? Okay, and what's the better way of doing things? Well, I want to introduce to you something that I call belief funneling. Let me go ahead and move this away so that I have a cleaner view here. Okay, this is belief funneling. Now, belief funneling is recognizing and identifying the key beliefs you have to walk somebody down based on what they currently believe, juxtaposing it, confirming a fear or a suspicion that they might have, introducing a way that's going to get them to their goals easier than what they're currently trying, getting them to believe in the format of your program or your product. And then at that point, it's a logical decision that they're going to make that they're going to buy. Okay. So what I want you to understand is every funnel, it doesn't matter what kind of funnel you use. This is why every funnel I've ever run works. Like I have not had, and this is a crazy claim. And of course I've turned off funnels. Like I've had plenty of things that I've tried that like I've cut off very early because they weren't working. But of the funnels that I've spent more than $1,000 or $2,000 on in ads, or of the content strategy that I've spent more than a couple hours or a couple weeks really committed to, every single one has gone on to work pretty much without fail. And the reason why is because I actually start with this right here. So this is the foundation of your entire business. And if you can nail this, everything stems from it. Okay, so whether you're doing a low ticket funnel, a webinar funnel, VSL funnel, YouTube content funnel, short form content on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, whether you are doing influencer promotions, shout outs on Instagram, if you are doing direct message, it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. What you have to do is identify the key beliefs you want somebody to believe and come to their own conclusion on based on what you're showing them. And the nature of those beliefs being installed into the person's brain makes it such that the logical next step is to purchase what you have for sale. Okay? And so that is what belief funneling is. I'm going to give you an example of a good, well-built belief funnel really quick so that you understand. Well, let me just before I do that, I've got old, outdated way, new, easier way, and product. Okay, so belief one is you want to confirm people's suspicions. This is such a radical idea. Okay, your market is trying to get things. Okay, they want a certain thing. Let's say you're a weight loss, and I have an example of this actually here in a sec. I'll explain this more in depth. Old, outdated way, calorie counting, willpower, right? People want to lose weight. They want to feel good in their body. Okay. Or old, outdated way, hiring an expensive trainer. Okay. For example, that maybe it does work for some people. It doesn't work for everybody. You'd make a case. I'm not telling you whether these things are true or not. I know that calorie counting does work, and I know that getting a trainer probably works, probably helps, but I'm talking for the sake of your marketing. Okay. So, you have to identify what's the current consensus that people are trying that isn't working, or that people are just kind of getting a little tired of. It's not matching the promises that they were made on the outset. Okay. If you look at every big marketer, for example, if you look at Russell Brunson with ClickFunnels, whether you use Go High Level ClickFunnels, I don't care. He's the first to pioneer that. You can't disagree with that. He brought that to market. And the way he brought it to market was old, outdated way websites, right? Websites aren't getting you sales like they once were. People they don't just click around on websites and find the thing to buy. You got to guide them through a process. Belief second, new easier way, funnels, right? They're better, faster, easier, whatever. Belief three, product. Well, I have a product I can install funnels. ClickFunnels sells ClickFunnels subscriptions. Okay, so what I want you to understand is a lot of you are spending a lot of your marketing energy here. I'm just getting used to Miro, so bear with me. A lot of you are spending your marketing energy here at the product stage. Okay, dude, how do I get this thing bigger? Okay, at the product stage. What you're trying to do is get people to believe, before they even believe in your way and before they even feel the pain of their current way, that your product or your service will essentially work. And I just took in a client into the Kaizen Mastermind, and they are helping people start online fitness businesses. And they were completely forward with their offer. Hey, we guarantee we're going to get you to 10 grand a month. It's 6 grand up front, another 6 grand once you're there, hard guarantee, written in contract. And we've just completely rewritten their funnel, and all of a sudden their sales calls are way easier, having way more fun, everything, because they're not leading with offer and guarantee, right? They're leading with beliefs. They're pre-installing beliefs. Okay, I'm kind of hammering that a little bit. Let me move on to some examples. So here's an example in the fitness niche. Belief one, calorie counting doesn't work. Your ad or your content or something at the top, you're getting traffic, pain, and desires. Hey, want to lose weight and feel better about your health, or have more longevity, more energy for your family, your career, feel better in your body, have a better dating life, whatever it is that your little thing is, right? I think we can all agree calorie counting isn't cutting. Using willpower every single day is not cutting. It doesn't matter how many books you read on calorie counting. At the end of the day, you have a behavior problem, not a number problem. Something like that. I'm just brainstorming with you here. So I want to show you something easier that I discovered that helped me drop 35 excess pounds in less than 3 months without having to make any major, sacrifices in my life. I call it metabolic rewiring, or I wouldn't say I call it. It is called metabolic rewiring. If Russell Brunson said I call them funnels, people are like, okay, if that's what you call them. I don't want to trust a stranger. I'm willing to trust a new idea, though. Metabolic rewiring. Here's why metabolic rewiring is better than counting calories. Here's the benefits and who it's for and how it works and how it functions. Here's logical case, like a lawyer would make in court to a jury, why metabolic rewiring is better. Now you can go and you can try and figure out metabolic rewiring on your own. Let me pull this up and help you understand what I'm doing here. You can go and you can try to figure out metabolic rewiring on your own, and probably you'd figure it out. I mean, there's some resources out there and stuff. But I have a 3-month intensive where if you do everything I'm going to tell you to do, I'm going to help you ditch the old way of willpower and calorie counting, adopt metabolic rewiring, and in less than 3 months, ideally you're seeing the same results that I have. And if you don't get the results in 3 months, I'll work with you for another 3 to help make sure that you understand metabolic rewiring and we get your behaviors lined up. Sale. Now, you can see how this is so much more important than understanding the numbers behind your funnel. The numbers of your funnel are reflective of this, the beliefs. So what you want to do, and I'll give you an exercise here, and this is something that literally you're going to make so much more money if you just go and do this exercise. Take the time, okay, draw a funnel, a traditional funnel like I have here, and write what are the beliefs I'm trying to get somebody to come to the conclusion of, okay, that then make it obvious that they need to buy my thing. What's the old way that doesn't work? Why doesn't it work? What are the feelings, pains, and emotions that people are experiencing trying it? What's the new way that I have, or at least a way that I can position my way as new, that I can then communicate it as new? Okay, how do I structure my program, my offer in a way that makes it feel like the mechanism is basically guaranteed to be installed? And then I promise you're going to make way more money. Okay, let me show you an example. And I brought this person up a handful of times, and I have plenty of clients, but he's just a fairly recent client, and he's given me full permission to reference him. He did ask me not to share his funnel outside of anywhere than just my my mastermind group, which is where you also get 24/7 one-on-one help from me. That's, my main offer right now on this channel. Links in the description. You can learn more about that. Okay. But this client jumped from 20 grand a month to 100 grand a month in less than 60 days. And he was stuck at $20,000 a month for 2 years. Okay. Taking home about a 25 to 30% profit margin on that for 2 years. I mean, think about that. Okay. 2 years. Comes to me. We rewrite everything. And he's at 100 grand a month in 60 days. First 30 days, we rewrite everything based on belief funneling. Okay. Next 60 days. Okay. Or next 30 days. He just, it crushes. Okay. So in this specific context, we're doing DM ads. All right. To then a conversation in the DM where we then link a video that explains his unique approach, software apprenticing. Then people book a call. There's a thank you page that warms them up deeper. And then that gets them to believe in the program format, and then do sales calls and they buy. They're easy sales calls too. Like, people have this idea that like cold traffic sales calls have to be these like really hard sales environments. The problem is you're just doing bad marketing. Like, you can do paid ads sales calls that are lay down sales calls. That does exist. It's just people are terrible marketers. Okay. So just want to get that out of the way. So, and I have another client who spent 15 grand and brought back 65 grand too on their ads because of belief funneling this month. And I didn't write them here because that win just came in today. Okay. Sorry, I was checking something. So this individual, software engineers wanting a job. Okay. So we came up with the belief system boot camps, which I guess is a typical way that people try to get a job in the software industry. Might have worked at one point, don't work as much anymore. College obviously doesn't work. Like, even if you have a degree, people aren't really hiring for degrees' sake. What companies want, the ones where you get paid $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, they want to know that you have experience. So how do you get experience without having a job? Apprenticeship. And how do you get apprenticeship without having access to one of those companies? That's his program and his format. So he gives you a live apprenticeship environment. Does that make sense? So old way doesn't work. New way, justify new way, explain the new way with logic, and use a story of an individual, maybe yourself, a client or yourself, and how it influenced your life. Sale. Okay? Powerful stuff. Super, super powerful stuff. Okay? Let me show you. Whoops. Show you another example here. And I'm just trying to stay up with the times, honestly. Like, I have every freaking YouTube funnel guy uses Miro, so I'm like, okay, I'll learn how to use Miro. Everybody drawing out their mind maps. I feel like an old fart sometimes. I'm so old in this industry. Like 20, it's crazy that 25 is old. It's whack. It is not. So the emotions we're trying to activate. Okay. Emotion 1. You want them to have confirmation of their own fears or frustrations or suspicions. Okay. If you can say something like, yeah, I agree, and you get that and the confirmation of their fear, their suspicion, this is actually this is kind of maybe a dark thing to say, but this is actually how cult members get bought into cults. This is also how cult leaders create cults. They they call out a common thing that everybody's kind of feeling. Okay. And so if you can confirm a fear or frustration or suspicion and validate it to start, then you can introduce a new way that can drive that outcome that they've been desiring, but faster, more guaranteed, and easier. And that creates hope and excitement in the minds of your prospect. Okay, hope, excitement. So we've taken them on this journey already, right? So if you look at the and I don't share them publicly because I want to respect the clients and the work that we do, but the video sales letters that I help my clients write for their companies, it always starts off with hammering on the pain and hammering on the kind of the fear, not just the pain, but the fear. So software engineers, it's not just that they want a job. There's an overall like fear in the market of like, can I even get a job? I've spent all this time. Like, what if I have to pivot? What if the economy changes? What if the market changes? What about AI? All these fears, right? Another one of my clients, the one who spent 15 grand and brought back 65 grand, he helps people start lead gen businesses. So like how to become a lead generating agency, right? And get clients doing that. And like a make money online offer. And his confirmation of fear, frustration, and suspicion is just the typical 9-to-5 route. Like, even if you get a job, you're still subject to your boss. Okay. The economy is changing so much. tariffs and all these crazy things, these war fears, like what's going to happen? Nobody really has any sense of security, right? So hope and excitement is the mechanism of adding value to businesses. If you can generate leads for businesses, you basically have financial security. That's something that's always going to be necessary for every business. So then clarity and certainty with the format of your program. Look, I'm going to show you how to get leads for these businesses, and then sale. Now, a really key thing here to note, and I'm just going to go to me here. If you want to have a wicked, powerful set of like belief funnel, you narrow it down to about three. Narrow it down to about 3, maybe 4 max. The more beliefs you're trying to install, the messier your message gets. So I'm working with a client right now, and he's kind of struggling. And he's wanting to help people in the SMMA or agency space get out of cold call, lead ads, and LinkedIn stuff. And he's like, build your personal brand. He's like, building your personal brand is the best way to build an agency. It's how he got to 60 grand a month or whatever. Frankly, it's how I did it too. I mean, back in the day, I got my agency to 60, 70 grand a month, and I was mostly YouTube. So totally vibe with that. And it like old way, every guru is telling you to do this, that. It's really frustrating. Fear, frustration. You spent all this money, all this time. Hope is like personal branding. And personal branding is not that hard to do if you know how to communicate well, right? And you know how to do that. And so clarity is like, my program is going to show you how I did it. It wasn't just throwing stuff at a wall. I had a mathematic and refined message approach to my content and sell, right? So I hope that this makes sense. So instead of thinking about going back to the very, very front here, this is again how most people teach funnels, okay? And this is again outdated, overly simple, and unhelpful. Knowing your numbers isn't as important as knowing the beliefs you're walking people down, okay? And then once you know the beliefs, then look at your numbers to see how effective your belief transferring is, okay? So look, if you want my help, links in the description. My Kaizen Mastermind group, we have a really cool group call, great community of multi-seven-figure consultants, coaches, and then you also have, again, 24/7 access to myself. We can get a meeting anytime you need. We'll Slack as much as you need. Obviously, I'd let you know if you're abusing my freaking time. And we'll make sure that the meetings are actually productive, okay? Ends up being about a meeting or two a month with clients to start, and then it kind of tapers off. It's like a meeting a month and just, a lot of Slack. I mean, I'm available all the time on Slack, and I'm really looking for individuals who have cash deployable and are ready to make a sizable investment to essentially guarantee that they're going to get to 100 grand a month, or if they're already doing 7 figures, take that to a $500,000 a month level. And a lot of that's going to be because we're going to really design your belief funneling system and then build your sales organization around that so that people have, just lay down sales over and over again. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that this was helpful. See you in the next one.